The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Certainly glad you tuned in. As always, it's brought to you by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Labor's Local 663, Shelter Insurance Agents, Grant Baker in Aurora, Sean Holman in Lockwood, Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, the Bank of Billings, Labor's Locals, Doak Propane, and Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank, they care as much about your money as you do. Go down to Marionville and Marionville Comet head coach Casey Young. And Coach Young, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Guys, 12-11 on the season. You've already won as many games as you won last year.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your team and what you're doing well right now.
My team, we're pretty young. We're young enough that we've given up some games that we should have won in the stretch, just fallen to pressure. Coach Young always says that inconsistency is youth, and I've definitely seen that this year. But we're progressing well, trying to teach them a little bit of basketball IQ. They're kind of following their stats, their turnovers, things that they had never thought about before. So we're kind of trying to build in that direction.
And being members kind of, I say new conference, but with you guys part of the Southwest Conference now, out of the Mid Lakes, kind of handicap that conference and who are the teams you get to see pretty often.
We got to see Pierce City, and we failed them, kind of got in foul trouble, and they beat us. Stockton was the first time we'd seen them, and I'm not really sure what they expected. We'd had some illness, and it was hard, and it was going to be hard. We just kind of laid down on them. Definitely showed our youth that night, but they've got some size, and they pushed us around, and we weren't really sure how to handle that yet. It's kind of the same way with Ash Grove last night. We were a little intimidated. They came out and they pressured us, and being short a ball handler, we really handled it better than what I expected. I didn't leave there feeling completely defeated, even though it's a 30-point loss. It could have been worse.
Well, talk to us a little bit about your team. Tell us about some of the team members. You talk about that youth. Who are some of the kids right now that they're learning by the fire?
I've got sophomore guard Lucy Newberry. I'm currently starting a freshman, Maggie Murphy. I started a sophomore, Zaylee Holder. I have one junior on the team, Olivia Hopkins. She's my big in the middle. And my lone senior, Bree Shapler. She's played everywhere that I needed her to play. Inside out, she's got a great handle. And the last couple games, she's really stepped up when we were in a bind and needed for her to. Lucy is right now, she's having to handle the ball and a little bit more than what she was before. And her main goal, her main job before was to get open and make the offense work. And now she's having to handle the ball a little bit more and do some scoring. So Liv being big in the middle, we're trying to work to get her the ball, and we're a little timid about getting that ball in the middle, and we're just moving through some things.
Again, visiting with Marionville Comet head coach Casey Young. And Coach, tell us a bit about your background, where you went to high school, college, and how you arrived there as the head coach for Marionville.
I'm born and raised here, Bleed Blue, and played here 4 years. Left school, just kind of not sure what I was going to do. Spent some time at OTC, spent some time at MSU, did the whole thing. had my kids, moved back to Marionville after I had my kids so they could start school here at Marionville, and started in the special ed department as an aide, and went back to school, got my degree, started coaching middle school, and was Grubbs' assistant. And here we are. I just really, my heart is here. This program just means everything to me, to build it up and give these girls what they deserve and the culture that they deserve to play in.
And they've had some success as you look over the history there of Marionville Comet women's basketball. You've had success. You've had tremendous coaches there, and just kind of one in a long line of that. Tell us what the biggest challenges have been over the past couple of years. COVID situation that there's no textbook in college for it. I've been in high school athletics, college athletics for a couple of decades. This is not something you can prepare for. What's been the biggest challenge coming into it as a head coach in the middle of a pandemic?
It's just kind of fumbling around in the dark. A lot of times it seems like, you've got kids sick and they've been in contact. And, last year we struggled with that. You didn't ever know when you were going to show up and have somebody or not, because they were in contact with somebody that had it. It's just been, we've missed practices. It just seems like we're just grasping, just like everybody else. It's been rough at times. And then sometimes it seems like, man, we needed that break. We needed that 5 days apart. And look here, that was okay. We're just trying to make the best out of all of it.
As you're coming into this season as a head coach, were there maybe goals that you put out in front of the kids that obviously you may have reached one of those already because you've already have as many wins as you did a year ago. You've still got season left. But what were some goals? And they may not be in wins and losses. It may be other things. But as a coach, what kind of goals did you set?
We really focused on progressing, and that's kind of where our stats came in. Coach Reedus has been fantastic about breaking down. We know how many points we give up in the paint. We know how many, the percentage of the game that we had the ball in our hands. That was our goal, was to teach them a little bit and help them understand the game a little bit more and realize what those turnovers did, realize, how many points you gave them up in the paint. What can you do for your team? And just breaking things down from last year to this year, showing them we're looking for progress, not perfection. And they've really made that progress, and not letting them get down. There's times that when you're down 30, man, it'd be a whole lot easier to lay down, but they don't. They keep coming back and they keep fighting. And that's really, I just want to give them some IQ and some ruthlessness. I just want them to go after it.
As you look at your coaching style, who can you put that back on? Is it your high school coach? Is it someone else? I mean, who have you drawn the most from that you've worked with or for or played for?
Probably my core coaching values. My dad coached me all the way through, and he was hard, and you show no emotion on the court. You hustle, and if you don't hustle, there's not a place for you on the court. I definitely get a lot from him. And the older I get, and you look and you see where you draw things from, it's definitely that's where my coaching style comes from. But I've got such a great team, because I am, I'm not young, but I'm new to this. And as far as being the head coach, and I've got Coach Young to talk to. Mr. Gold's been great. Even Jeremy Mullins and Crane, I just love him. And if you need anything, I've just got a lot of people that if I need anything, that they're there, and I can draw from a lot of different people. And it's great.
Well, when you bring up Ted Young and Jeremy Mullins, two of my favorites, and two of the best in the business. And Jeremy won't admit this, but he could flat fill it up when he was playing.
Yes. Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about, you've got a super night coming up here with Lockwood on a Friday night. Tell us a little bit about that contest and what you're going to have to do there to come out on top.
I really we've kind of been talking about it. They play a lot of man-to-man defense, and we just kind of seem to we're not mentally prepared enough to. I kind of got to talk them up about somebody playing man-to-man. That sets you up for a one-on-one every time, and they kind of shy away from that a little bit. So we've kind of been working against that. And, some of the small schools we play, we don't see a lot of man. And for some reason that shakes us up a little bit more than what it should. But I think we're ready. They're due for a win. They're pretty hungry for a win. They've lost some close ones here lately. And like you said, that's our super night. It's always fun with the boys. We've made that our elementary recognition night. So they've made fat heads of all the players, and it'll be exciting. And it'll be fun.
Outstanding. Well, Coach Young, I certainly appreciate you being generous with your time. Congratulations on a good start here, and you're about 80% of the way through your season. And best of luck as you go forward here. And we hope to be able to visit with you again.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Hey, you bet. Hey, we're visiting with Coach Casey Young, Marionville Comet head coach, and brought to you by the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective, and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Coach Young, thanks so much for being part of the show here at the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Have a great day. Good luck on Friday. God bless. Talk to you soon.